Welcome back, yogis. It's really nice that you've taken the time to slow down today. For this short yin practice, it would be nice if you had a blanket and 2 blocks. We're going to start in a seated butterfly. So you could fold up your blanket, place that underneath your pelvis. I'm going to take the soles of the feet together, and you can choose to have the feet closer to the torso. It's going to target a little bit more of the inner groin. You are welcome to have the feet a little bit further away from you, and as we fold forward, you could be feeling a little bit more in the lower back and lower spine. So you can choose which variation with the legs that you want to adventure with today. Option to have your blocks underneath your knees. And we'll start to hinge forward at the hips. Taking your time to feel your way into this shape. Never coming too deep too quickly. And as we settle in, taking notice of what you're feeling in the body. Taking notice of what you've brought with you in terms of thoughts or emotions. And then tuning into the breath. Noticing that as you breathe in, the torso slightly rises. As you breathe out, maybe you fold a little bit more forward. So maybe as the breath slows down, you might notice that the body becomes a little bit softer. Let's bring a little bit of weight into the hands. Taking our time to rise up. And coming to stillness. take our hands and help the knees come together. Leaning back, letting the knees sway and fall side to side. And we'll continue to target the inner thighs, but we'll also bring a little bit more of the hamstrings into the picture. So coming into Dragonfly, the legs come out into a V shape. Relaxing your feet and your legs. As we start to come forward, your torso doesn't have to be directly in front of you. Maybe today you lean a little bit more to the right or a little bit more to the left. And if you want some extra support for the forehead, you could always stack your blocks. Resting the forehead on something sturdy like the earth or blocks can just be a nice reminder to relax. A nice way to feel supported. You might find that as you hang out in these passive shapes and the body softens, it's okay if you want to move because you want to come out, or you might want to go a little bit deeper, but only going deeper if the body says that it's okay. Not following the ego telling you that you are going to accomplish some goal by going as deep as you can. On your next breath in, slowly and mindfully rolling up. draw one knee in, and then the other. And lean back onto the hands and just let the knees fall side to side. So we'll move our blanket and blocks just off to the side near the front of our mat. We're going to set up for cat pulling its tail. So just coming to rest on the right side, so coming onto the right forearm and right elbow. We'll take our left leg in front of us, bending the bottom right knee, and then taking our left hand and reaching for the bottom foot. Now you could stay here if the top leg floating is not comfortable. You could place your blocks underneath there. If you can't reach for your back foot, that's okay as well. You could always use your blanket to create a strap and hold on to it, or you could even just let the leg soften there. Another option is to let the right arm slide out in front of you, coming to rest on your right shoulder and the head coming down to the earth. So by coming down, we're also inviting quite a bit of a twist and a back bend. We're opening through the right hip flexors and quads, getting into the left glutes and IT band. Closing the eyes and seeing if you can soften into this shape. Releasing the bottom leg if you have that grip. And we'll just come to lay down on our backs. Just letting the legs and the arms rest heavy. We'll move into cat pulling its tail on the other side. So just coming up onto the left elbow. I'll turn in the other direction so you can see this pose from the back. We'll extend the top right leg out in front of us, bending the bottom left leg. Reaching for the foot if that's accessible. Knowing that you could stay right here, or you could slide that left arm out in front of you. Creating the back bend and the twist. You could always have your blocks underneath that right knee. An option to just release the grip on the foot if that's too much effort. If you're someone who has very sensitive knees, this shape is a really wonderful alternative to dragon poses or to half saddle. So we're still targeting many of the same areas in the body, but we could control the pressure in the knees much better. Releasing the grip of the bottom foot. Slowly coming to lay down on our backs again. And as we come into corpse, allowing the whole body to take up lots of space. Is there something physically or emotionally, mentally, that just has its grip on you so hard? In these moments, could you release the grip, soften into it, maybe even let it go? Bring some awareness back into the body. Maybe the inhales and exhales are a little bit longer and deeper. Inhale the arms up overhead, reaching through your fingers and your toes. And exhaling, letting everything soften. Bending the knees and just rolling onto one side. And slowly coming all the way up. Bring our hands together at our heart. Thank you so much for joining me for your yin practice. Namaste.